today we're going to be ranking all 15 of the pink Power Rangers, so let's get started. Hey everybody, my name is Justin. I love to watch movies and I also love to watch Power Rangers. If you guys do, you guys are in the right spot. Make sure to hit the subscribe button down below and click that bell notification for more up and coming videos. As part of my New Year's resolution and goals for this channel, I wanted to focus a little more on Power Ranger videos. And yes, I understand Power Rangers now is mostly for kids. Kids watch the show. But as someone who grew up on the Power Rangers in the 90s, I still have a strong connection to the franchise. And when the Power Rangers movie came out in 2017, I reviewed every single series leading up to that movie. And I had a blast. I binged from October to March every single series, and I had a blast doing it. And I reviewed it for everybody on my channel. I had a different background. It was a couple years ago, and they were widely successful on my channel. Each one got over 1,000 views, and it was nice that I could connect with other Power Rangers fans because I forced my wife to watch all of it and she didn't have the best of times. And then in 2018, at the summertime, I did a ranking video for all of the red Power Rangers, and that was pretty successful as well. And at that time, I wanted to do more of the Power Ranger videos, but I just didn't. So we're here today to talk about the pink Power Ranger, from Kimberly Hart all the way up to Sarah Thompson for Ninja Steel. Most of the pink Power Rangers are very similar. They're very kind-hearted, they're energetic, they're sweet people, they're loyal, and there are some that are a little bit different. So we're going to be including the Kimberly Hart version from the 2017 movie in this list. So we will have a total of 15 Power Rangers. So before I give you my ranking, if you guys are true diehard Power Ranger fans and you're able to come up with a list, let me know what your thoughts are down below on these pink Power Rangers and how would you rank them from worst to best. So with that, starting at number 15 is Kimberly Hart from the Power Rangers movie, the 2017 version. I appreciated what they did with the movie and the characters. It does feel a bit different from what we know as Power Rangers. But Kimberly Hart in here, she's strong, she's fierce. She's also whiny at times. She gets upset very easily at things, and it takes a lot for her to work as a team. And I think that's what one of the things that the movie did wrong, is focus so much on the characters within the movie and then not have a lot of action. So you really don't feel at times like she is a Power Ranger because of that limited time that the Rangers did get on screen. I think that Naomi Scott is a great actress, and I liked her in Aladdin and Charlie's Angels, and I did like her in Power Rangers, but I just didn't really care much for her character and the overall setup for her. Coming at number 14 is Mia Watanabe from Power Rangers Samurai. Like most pink Power Rangers, Mia is very kind. She is a helpful Power Ranger and always tries to see the best in people. She isn't the strongest Ranger, but she is given enough chances to try. She is the only pink Power Ranger to use the Battleizer when it's usually for the team leader, but she uses it in this series. One thing I did wish for this character and why it sits so low is I wish she would have took more risks. She did obtain the Beetle disc, which could enhance her abilities, but I wish she would have took some more risks along the way with obtaining certain objects and her as a team member. Coming at number 13 is Vita Roca from Power Rangers Mystic Force. Mystic Force has the advantage of some of these Power Rangers having unique abilities. Vida can harness the power of the wind by conjuring up giant butterfly wings, and I found this to be something cool and unique for the character. Besides her abilities, she's a little bit hot-headed. She hates the color pink, which was a first in the series. She ended up liking the color at the end of the series. She often seeks trouble, but she is a really loyal friend and loyal to her sister. She protects her sister when people try to do her wrong. She had a lot of learning to do throughout the series, but she was a great character. Coming in at number 12 is Sarah Thompson from Power Rangers Ninja Steel. Sarah Thompson is the most recent pink Power Ranger, since Beast Morphers did not have a pink Power Ranger. Sarah is one of my favorite characters from Ninja Steel. She is smart and dreams of being an engineer when she grows up. She designed her own hoverboard, which she rides around school, which I think was pretty cool. She's a bubbly character and she does a lot for her team. She has a kind heart and is always seeking her next adventure. Ninja Steel was a decent series and she was one of my favorite characters from that show. Coming at number 11 is Shelby Watkins from Power Rangers Dino Charge. Dino Charge was a great season. It was filled with memorable characters, much like Shelby. Shelby is more interested in working in a museum instead of with her father. She likes digging for dinosaur bones, which adds a lot to her characteristics. She likes adventures and is always ready for a battle. Sometimes she doesn't think about other people before herself, and that has a lot to do with where she sits in this ranking, and she's able to protect herself within the series. Coming at number 10 is Dana Mitchell from Power Rangers Lightspeed Rescue. Dana was once a paramedic when she joined the Lightspeed Rescue team. She is one of the more serious Rangers. Dana is the daughter of Captain Mitchell and the younger sister of Ryan Mitchell, the Titanium Ranger. She is a level-headed Ranger and ends up becoming a doctor after her time as a Power Ranger. Most of the pink Power Rangers are young and daring and fun and sweet. Well, Dana is very sweet. She's much more serious and doesn't have that kind of charm that some of the other Power Rangers have. She is smart and she's very determined. She fits well within her team and the overall tone of the series. And she didn't act like the previous Power Rangers, which was a nice change of pace, but lacked that certain charm to make her a memorable pink Power. Coming at number 9 is Katherine Hillard from Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Zeo, and Power Rangers Turbo. Kat is the second pink Power Ranger and the one who is on 3 different teams. I remember a lot of Kat when I was younger. I grew up watching a lot of Kimberly when I first started watching Power Rangers, but I have very vivid memories of Kat as a Power Ranger with Mighty Morphin, Zeo, and Turbo as well. I have fond memories of her on different teams, but she isn't the best Ranger. She plays into the damsel in distress quite often. The Rangers need to save her more than once. I most remember Kat for her kindness and her time as a Ranger, and literally at one point she did become a cat. But she was always a loyal friend who saw the best in people, and she was in the Power Rangers Turbo film. In terms of more iconic pink Power Rangers, Kat is definitely up there. Coming at number 8 is Emma Goodall from Power Rangers Megaforce. While I didn't care much for the Megaforce series, it took a unique approach with its character. The Power Rangers were able to harness previous Power Rangers' abilities, so that means Emma was able to access the power of pink Power Rangers. So that means she is kind and she is sweet and she is able to sing much like the previous pink Power Rangers. So she has like all of the attributes for the pink Power Rangers combined in one. She's a really sweet character. She will protect others, encourage them to do their best. She is a strong fighter, and she's essentially the definition of a pink Power Ranger and how sweet and loyal she is. Coming at number 7 is Sidney Drew from Power Rangers SPD. Sidney has a great character development within the show. She starts off really selfish and her fighting ability is rather weak, but as the show progresses, she learns a lot about herself. Learning to put others before herself, she definitely develops a great fighting style. And in SPD, she had the cool ability to manipulate her molecules to whatever she touches. And although I really didn't care much about this series, she ended up becoming a unique and cool character at the end. Coming at number 6 is Korone from Power Rangers Lost Galaxy. Korone has a unique story and has one of my favorite storylines. Korone used to go by Astronema when she was the villain for Power Rangers in Space. She spent years thinking that the Power Rangers had killed her parents, but once she learned the truth of that, she let go of all her feelings and emotions toward the Power Rangers. Power Rangers in Space is one of my favorite series, and I think Astronema was a really great villain, and I was surprised to see her return in Power Rangers Lost Galaxy. Now, her time on it was not that long, so she did have to adjust to becoming a Power Ranger when she was a villain. So it takes time for her to learn to fight alongside the Power Rangers, learn what it takes to be a Power Ranger, but you can tell by just her being there, her intentions are good, and she has a kind heart. And I love the storyline that they created for Karone. Coming in number 5 is Kendrix Morgan from Power Rangers Lost Galaxy. Actress Valerie Vernon's time was cut short as a pink Power Ranger when she was diagnosed with leukemia. She couldn't film her scenes anymore, so that's why they brought in Korone to take over, but Kendrix Morgan did end up returning at the end of the series. Lost Galaxy was a fun series, and people who pulled these swords from the stones end up becoming the Power Rangers. So Kendrick was on this colony looking for a new planet to live, and she came across the swords, pulled one out, and proved herself worthy of becoming a Power Ranger. But before she became a Power Ranger, we were able to tell that she was worthy of that status. She was a science officer and was smart and brave, and she possessed all of the attributes to make a strong character, and that's why she became a pink Power Ranger. She's very kind, very sweet, very funny as well. I liked her on Lost Galaxy. Coming at number 4 is Rose Ortiz from Power Ranger Operation Overdrive. Power Rangers Operation Overdrive is kind of like Indiana Jones. They're all searching for artifacts. It's a lot of fun. It's a series that I think is okay at times. Not my favorite, but Rose Ortiz is easily one of the smartest pink Power Rangers to grace the small screen. Literally, she can do like everything. She knows Morse code. She studies a lot, so she's very, very smart, and it helps her a lot throughout the series. She's great at fighting. She can even turn herself invisible. Is there anything that Rose Ortiz cannot do? Coming at number 3 is Kimberly Hart from Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. Kimberly was the first pink Power Ranger, and in my eyes, the most iconic pink Power Ranger there is. She was young, she was bubbly, she was your average teenage girl, but she also was a strong pink Power Ranger. She was able to do a lot with her team. Her team did need to save her at times here and there. A lot of the other pink Power Rangers needed to be saved as well. But she is a loyal friend. She develops great friendships with everybody on the team. And people can approach her and know that she will try her best to help them out. Although Kimberly has many flaws, just like other pink Power Rangers, her time on the series allowed for her to become a strong character. There were many unique storylines that allowed for her to show why she's deserving of her status. And since I grew up with the character, I do have a bit of that nostalgia factor going into this ranking, but also knowing that she's strong and she's sweet and kind and helpful made me place her where she is. Coming at number 2 is Cassie Chan from Power Rangers Turbo and Power Rangers in Space. Cassie is the second person to be on more than one team. At the end of Turbo going into Space, she left all of her abilities just to go save Zordon, and I think that's very unique for the character and tells us a lot about who she is. And even before she became a Power Ranger in Turbo, she was able to go into battles without any of those abilities just to try to save someone. But once she did become a Power Ranger, I think at that point in the series, there was a lot of development that went into her, and you knew that she was going to become the pink Power Ranger. So a lot of development went into her character, and she became someone that you felt connected with. You loved seeing her on screen. She was a great addition to the team and someone worthy of taking over the status that was previously Kat when she was the pink Power Ranger. She's much different than Kimberly and Kat, where Kimberly and Kat were more that typical teenage girl where they were really sweet and fun and they were all about boys, where Cassie is similar to that at times, but she's much more fierce and much more willing to go into a battle. She's different from Kat and Kimberly, which was nice, but also at the same time managing to still have those similar characteristics. But coming in at number 1 is Jen Scott from Power Rangers Time Force. Jen Scott is the only pink Power Ranger to lead a team, and she's such a great leader. She has such an emotional, unique storyline within this show. I like Time Force. It's a great series, but she comes from the future to go to the past to protect the people in the future. A lot of stuff happens to Jen. In regards to storylines, I really like Karone's storyline as a Pink Power Ranger, and I also like Jen's storyline as a Pink Power Ranger. It's unique and it stands out from the crowd. She's strong, she's fierce, she takes things very seriously. Once the show does progress, she starts to open up a little more and she starts to enjoy things, and I absolutely love Jen Scott's. But unfortunately for me, Time Force is about where I stopped watching Power Rangers. It took me many more years after that to kind of get into it again. It was when I think it was like 4th, 5th grade, and I was like, Power Rangers is for kids. And then I grew up and appreciated all the memories I had for Power Rangers, and then I started to catch up on some of the series. And Time Force is a great series, and Jen Scott's is a great Pink Power Ranger. So there you guys have it, all of the 15 Pink Power Rangers ranked worst to best. Not every team had a Pink Power Ranger, much like the most recent Beast Morphers, as well as Ninja Storm didn't have one. Wild Force also didn't have a Pink Power Ranger. So stay tuned. Next month on Sunday, the first Sunday, I'll be doing another color ranking. I'm not sure which one I will be doing. If you guys have any recommendations, leave one down below. I've already done red, and so now I've also done pink. We also got black to do, yellow, blue, green, white, and then I'll probably do the 6 Rangers as well. Thank you guys for checking out this video. If you guys are true diehard Power Rangers fans, make sure to subscribe button down below and click that bell notification for more up and coming videos. My name is Just Watch Movies, and you guys stay classy too.